Alright guys, time for the finale of Let's Play Bioshock.
The little ones will lead you to Fontane.
So we made it to the Big Daddy Proving Grounds. This is basically like a test course the Big Daddies go through with their newly acquired little sister to see if they're capable of surviving in Rapture, and that's basically what we gotta do. There's a little side area here that I typically don't go down, but I just wanted to show it off. There's a lot of nice details in the environment here, but you really don't get a chance to enjoy them all because you're busy following the little sister around. But as I was saying in the last video, there's a there should be all the machines you'll ever need over here if you need to get more supplies before going in here. But the this part also has a variable to do with the ending, and that is that if depending on how many little sisters you have to use to get through the proving grounds will determine whether or not you get the good ending or not. Part of the conditions for getting the best ending are, I think, no more than 2 little sisters can die while this is going on, and also you have to rescue all of them as well. But try not to stray too far from her, and make sure that she's well protected. But on hard, like we're playing right now, she doesn't survive very easily. She takes a lot of damage. Well, so much for that thing. I don't even. Is that a skeleton of a Liopleurodon? What is that? Looks weird. Anyway,
I really wound you up to that wife and child bit. Oh, me poor Moira. I wee baby Patrick. Maybe one day I'll get me a real family. They play well with the suckers.
just you wait, Fontane. And that was a horrible, horrible way to start, though. My little sister already took a tremendous amount of damage, and I got stuck on her while trying to kill that one stupid freaking splicer. Yeah, that one guy came in the doorway there when we first entered, and I acquired his security bot there. So basically, we just have to guide the little sister over to the corpse and have her do a gather. This is going to be good practice for Bioshock 2, because we're going to be doing these a lot more often as the Big Daddy in Bioshock 2. So, this first area over here, there's a camera set up here, so we're definitely going to want to hack that to have some security set up on our advantage. And she's basically going to come over to this corpse and start gathering Adam from it, like we've seen the other Big Daddies doing throughout the game. And we have to wait until she's done. We have to make sure she's well protected while she's doing it, even though she's already almost dead. So I already balls this up completely, and I'm not going to be able to get through this without a single one of them surviving. If you're really worried about it, save often and make sure that you save while she still has a decent amount of health, and just reload your save and do it again if she takes too much damage. But I'm probably just going to go through this, getting multiple little sisters and just treating them as expendable as possible, just because I'm going to try to keep them alive, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I expend a few of them, because I'm already getting the bad ending anyway, so I mean, that's part of the evil run, so. But we're going to set up our usual traps over here, the trap bolts and the proximity mines, and if I had cyclone trap plasma, I'd be setting that up as well. And we're going to go ahead and let her do the gather. She's already almost dead. But we're gonna pull out all the stops here. We're ripping out all the most powerful ammo types, all the anti-personnel rounds for all the different weapons, the heat-seeking RPGs, the exploding bugs, stuff like that. We're really, really going all out here. This is what you've been saving your resources for, so you might as well use them. And having the sentry bot and the camera on your side is also very crucial as well. And there's little pools of gasoline lying around that you can ignite with the incinerator or with any other fire type weapon. And she already dies. Wow, this is probably the worst start I've ever gotten to this so far. But if we fail, then we can always go over and get another one from the vent. So, like I said, they are expendable, just we don't want to sacrifice them if we can avoid it. Now, when getting the good ending, I did manage to go through this without losing a single one, but that wasn't playing on hard. Alright, Slowpoke, get your butt over here so we can finish this thing. I think we're already done with this gather right here. It's so annoying because the little sister is constantly telling you to hurry up, and then you're the one waiting on them.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for our kisses.
Hurry the hell up.
Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Yeah, I suppose I could take this time to reflect back on the LP and all the fun that I've had making this one. Like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite FPS games, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. I've had a blast making it. It was so good that I decided to do it twice, and I'm really, really impressed at how much better this run has come out than the previous one. The commentary was just so much better, and obviously the quality is in full HD and all that other stuff, so it's overall a more thorough run than usual. And I think I brought some originality to the game by doing the evil run as well, despite the fact that for storyline purposes, I largely prefer the good run through the game, rescuing the little sisters, as well as gameplay as well. The hypnotized Big Daddy Plasmid would have been really nice to use, but I'm okay without it. Anyway, now that gather's done, there's another one going to be over here. Now, this is like the only other time in the game we find one of those flamethrower turrets like we saw way back in Arcadia, so we're going to go ahead and freeze it and hack it, ironically. He just needed to chill out a little bit. Now that he has.
Hurry, Mr. B.
He's changed his tune quite a bit.
For certain, their harvesting will draw the attention of this blaster.
And for some reason, that camera is already friendly? I don't understand. It had a green beam, but it was still unhacked. Whatever. We'll go ahead and hack it ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and use the napalm a little bit here because I've been neglecting to do that for the last couple levels, so. Well, that turret didn't last very long. At least the enemies here are not immune to fire for the most part. We still have the thuggish splicers that are immune to electricity, though. There should be a pretty great variety of enemies in here, too, except for nitro splicers, obviously, because those have to be, like, those really can only spawn in certain situations, which is part of the reason why they took them out of Bioshock 2. But yeah, we're going to get all other kinds of splicers, everything we can possibly imagine. Might also be random, I'm not sure. And unlike my previous runs through the game, I'm actually running really low on liquid nitrogen. That really does not happen very often. It's the LP curse, ladies and gentlemen. It's where everything you think is going to go perfectly fine, and then you start recording and it all starts to fuck up.
Hurry, Mr. B.
You want to be very, very careful right here, though, because there's a turret going to pop out of nowhere right here, and that thing will just utterly annihilate your little sister. So we definitely want to hack that as fast as possible. So again, I don't think I need to emphasize anymore how important the research was throughout the game, because the ability to auto hack these turrets is just outrageously broken. Where are you going? The door is that way. She has not been made aware of this fact, unfortunately.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky.
Also, the cameras seem completely ignorant of their existence as they ignore them completely. But all the better for it. I'd hate to have them setting off alarms and everything. This is where the next gather is going to be. This is actually quite a nice location for it because of the fact that we can utilize the water for some electrical damage there. I love that effect too, the way the grenades explode in the water and just everything dies, but it's like only a tiny little splash for the effect there. That's another thing I need to be using a lot is frags. I'm basically going to be using whatever I'm not going to be using in the final boss, and even then I'm going to be using some of the stuff I'm still going to be using in the final boss because I'll be able to replenish it right before we go fight him. I don't know why I've been dodging saying Fontane, even though clearly the final boss is going to be Fontane, but I've just been referring to him as the final boss, but context, ladies and gentlemen, context.
Don't know what I was thinking.
Okay, normally there's supposed to be a gather right there, unless I'm thinking of some different place. We just seem to have passed right by it for some reason. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Forget all the nose candy and floor polish I've been wasting time with.
So yeah, we can't really utilize that water as well, but there are a few more things of gasoline around here we can utilize the flamethrower with.
Hurry, Mr. B.
And these nice linear hallways make good for the trap bolts as well. Definitely want to hack that turret and that camera. I'm out of liquid nitrogen. Holy crap, that has never happened before. Oh, well, it definitely served me well. Like I said before, it was one of my least favorite things to use in the majority of my other runs through the game, purely because of the fact that it, you know, it didn't deal continuous damage. It didn't deal a continuous stream of damage because it froze the enemy. But
No time to waste.
I realized there was a trade-off to that, so I utilized it as best I could. Hopefully, I've utilized all the different weapons and all the different ammo types fairly well throughout this LP. I know there's just not enough time in the day to use all the good stuff. But, oh well, hopefully I did a good enough job. One thing I would kind of like to do in parts like this is use the electric buck against regular splicers instead of saving it for Big Daddies now, because it would be very powerful, but the only problem is, and the fact that it would stun the enemy would be really nice. We could basically stun them and make them helpless until they die, sort of like the electric gel, but, with the amount of thuggish splicers mixed in here, I don't want to really do that because they're still electric elemental and they would be immune to it.
I'm good. Girl, Mr. B.
Oh, come on, you can make it. Don't die on me yet, damn it.
Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to waste.
Fontane sure loves his giant polar bears.
Time to go, Mr.
Alright, well, I think we're in the clear. I think we managed to get through with that little amount of health left on this one. It's only the second one we used. Oh, look! A bouncer! A regular bouncer, not an elite one. He thinks he's people. I like that little moment there because it comes out of nowhere, but it sort of allows you to reflect back on the early parts of the game where it's like these things were so big and bad and intimidating, and it's like, oh, look at them now. They're so easily dispatched, almost effortlessly.
That might be plenty for the working scrubs and the pencil pushers, but I need more. More! I want a slice!
Uh-oh, sounds like Fontane is using all of that atom that he's been saving up on himself. So this is the last Gather's Guard machine in the game. We're going to go ahead and... I guess we're going to go ahead and get... there's really not a last plasma that I really want to use, but we're definitely going to get some more health and Eve upgrades. And I want to craft the ever-living crap out of this ammo and just get as much of it as humanly possible. All the alternate ammos. Look at all that. There's no way I can hold all that, but I just want to make sure I was maxed out on all ammo types if I can. At least all the powerful alternate ammo types that I've been saving throughout most of the game. It's like, if you're gonna go ahead and save and then just spend all of your resources, all of it, because we're here at the end of the game, people. There's no reason to save it all now. Spend all your money, you know, make sure you have max health and max first aid kits, make sure you're maxed out on ammo for everything, and just get ready to go to town.
There. You must use the needle of the little sister to drain Fontane of his atom. Welcome. It is the only way to...
There we go.
Here, take this. Stick it in the bad man.
Well, thank you,
Fontane
darling.
waits above. There will be no going back from here. Make sure
Alright, guys,
you're ready
it's
to
time.
fix it before moving on.